I'd never done any martial arts before. My partner has done taekwondo, kickboxing, Muay Thai, that kind of things, and she actually offered me to go along to a training session one night, and I went along and I absolutely fell in love with it the very first night that I did it.
When I was about 6.5, maybe 7, and I was out with my dad one day and we were passing the kickboxing on Albert Street, and my dad was like, that looks interesting, so I went in, had a chat with Paul and Debbie, and I started kickboxing that week. It's just simple.
I just basically got into it for fitness. I've always been interested in kickboxing, but I didn't think I would really be able to do it. I thought I was too old and stuff. But now that I have, it's good.
I've done lots of different types of sports. I've played football, hockey, badminton, those kind of things, but nothing gives you a whole body workout like doing kickboxing.
Punching the bags and having a laugh and a chat and things, it seemed quite fun. It was a fun atmosphere. Liked hitting things. It's strange, but yeah, I like that.
The competition and being able to fight somebody, and it was a bit addictive. I tried the gym and stuff like that, but I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't really that motivated, but I got into this. Yeah, I was a fatty. I lost about 3 stone in less than a year. I was basically on a diet. It's not a diet, I just eat healthy, I like to call it.
I've had to tell white lies to certain members of my family. My closest friends, they come to my fight nights and they think it's fabulous. Male friends, of course, think that it's great.
And my friends, they were supportive. They came to every fight that I went to.
They just thought it was a bit mad, couldn't believe it. But yeah, they were more supportive than anything. Proud.
It's just about judging. Some people like it, some people don't, and I find that the older generation are the ones that find it the most difficult to come to terms with.
My gran really didn't like it at all. My gran doesn't watch anything, ever.
I think my grandma would panic. She would be very scared to know that I was putting myself into, well, they see it as that you're putting yourself into danger.
My mum's not so keen on it either. She'll watch everybody else except me. She says that she doesn't like seeing me get hit in case I get hurt. She doesn't want to see me getting hurt. I am a lesbian. I have a girlfriend. She doesn't like it. She gets drunk before the fights go on, so she doesn't really remember much.
I'm straight.
I am homosexual, I'm gay. Clubs that I've been to in the past, not a single female in the group has been a lesbian. It's a minority like it is in badminton, like it is in hockey, like it is in tennis, like it is in every walk of life.
I wouldn't say it was a stereotype that if you were a fighter, kickboxing fighter, then a girl, you had to be a lesbian. I wouldn't really say that, no.
Sometimes people question, like, ask if fancy girls, and just because I'm quite tomboyish for a girl, and because fighting's more of a boy sport, some people say.
If I said to somebody, oh, I'm a kickboxer and I'm a fighter, people are like, why are you not muscly and got short hair? That's it, really.
Absolutely, there's definitely stereotypes. People can be quite abusive. It's not the first time I've done the sport and heard people call you lesbo and that kind of things while you're doing it. It wasn't under the breath, it was shouting drunken slurs and shouts towards the ring. Get your tits out, get your cunt out. They seemed to egg each other on to shout even more disgusting things. It was horrific, it was all sexually motivated, it was derogatory. But again, the sport teaches you to be confident and to have self-respect, so you can deal with those kind of things. Again, it's a minority of people that feel that way.
Keep your eyes on them. Not back down, make sure you look the tougher person.
You train 6 days a week here and you put a lot into it.
We'll meet in the morning, get weighed in, go for something to eat later on.
Always good because you're normally starving. You get toasties made for you so you can get some grease food into yourself, which is quite nice.
Go to our houses, get our stuff.
Relax a bit, spend some time with the things that I love. You know, it's take your mind off it a bit.
Come down here, I'll like chill out in our changing room, get one medicals.
Getting greased up, which sounds terrible, but the ropes burn if you're on the ropes, so you get your Vaseline put on.
And then get ready for our fights. Warm up.
Really, by then, they're calling my name to come out.
I prefer going on first. If you sit downstairs, sometimes your nerves can start to build, so it was good just to get the fight out the way and I can relax for the rest of the night. So, yeah, I don't mind going first at all.
It's very difficult to explain how you feel inside, but you go through the whole range of emotions from elation to your biggest fear.
Happy, sad, nervous, scared, worried, excited.
Fear, apprehension, nerves.
I'm really nervous. I'm probably one of the most nervous people sitting downstairs waiting to come up here.
You go through major confidence to I'm going to destroy this person, I'm going to be really good, to what if I get knocked out?
If I get knocked out, that's embarrassing. I'm not going to be able to, I'm going to have to go away. I won't be able to speak to my friends because that's embarrassing.
All through the day, from the morning until you step into the ring. Even when you're in the ring, it's still nervous. You're still nervous.
All the way to Newcastle, I cried once. I was fighting a girl from England and I cried the whole way there.
I think the anticipation of the fight is definitely worse than the fight itself.
I'm standing in the corner just before the fight and everybody's kind of like, you hear the crowd shouting and it makes me feel like, okay, I can do this. And then I go in, it's like I get a strong start.
All you want to do is display what you can do, you know, for look what I can do. It's and to test yourself.
You've got to look like, so it's not an easy fight.
I watch the videos of my fights afterwards and you start to say, oh, like, you know, I drop my hands when I kick, so next time I train, I'll be making sure that my hands are taped to the side of my head when I'm kicking.
Get drunk and then have a week off of training, eat what I want. But no, then after that, you've got to get back into training.
I mean, you don't mind getting beat, you know, but if you get beat and you haven't performed the way you should, it's devastating.
Yeah, I've lost a few times. I think I've lost twice in the ring to the same girl, and that's it in the ring. But on the mat competitions, I've lost quite a few times when I was younger.
It's normally afterwards when that emotion, because you're so elated, and then it's like the biggest come down you've ever had. And when that come down hits and you know that you haven't done well, yeah, I've cried, definitely.
About halfway through the second round, I thought, I don't know what I'm going to do. I felt so tired, I couldn't move as fast as I wanted to. But then I just thought, this is close, she's not winning it. There's no point in doing it if it's going to be like a piece of cake.
I'm not really focused properly on the fight, and I get put in the corner and I'm being hit and hit and hit. Then for me, that's the lowest point. Yeah, I cry.
I'm not ashamed to say that I had a wee tear. You just wanted to scream, just stop already. You know, enough's enough, but you've just got to keep going.
I would never feel like giving up and leaving.
She's got a massive heart rate, massive, so she's always, if there's a fight, she'll fight.
If somebody catches you in the face, then you go mad. There's no stopping me when I go mad. It's just like I keep going and keep going.
When you feel like that, you just keep going till the end. I think it's just as popular with girls than boys, but some people do question, think that they don't fight as hard or their fighting's easier, but it's not.
I would see us as being equals, but that isn't the case in the outside world.
When people start here, they do think that the male fighters are better than the women fighters.
The top male fighters spar with us, they train with us, you know, it's we're all in it together, and they understand that we go through the same feelings, the same nerves, the same emotions that the male fighters do.
Quite a lot of us girls are more technical than half of the male fighters in here, and the males know that.
The men are extremely supportive. When you train as hard as, and they see you train as hard as they do, they give you the utmost respect.
We've been training 6 days a week, 3 hours a day for 6 days a week, and we've been doing that for 7 weeks now. So, and I've also got a broken foot and a broken fist. So, more than happy that I did that. And I've trained through that pain as well, which has been worthwhile.
I've pushed myself the last 4 weeks, like really badly. Running, eating, everything.
For me, enough will be when if and when I do get the chance to be world champion, like in the ring, full contact fighter. That'll be enough for me. That's when I'll stop.
I want a belt. I want a title belt. And I don't care if that's district, Scottish, British, I don't care. I want a belt.
I would hopefully like to make it pro. And win a belt. Well, win loads of belts. And go wherever I can with it.
Probably get paid more for being professional.
Chris Romanowski, one of our K1 fighters here, said that a belt is infinitely more satisfying than a trophy. And I think that says it all, doesn't it?
When we used to go to the competitions, there was loads of female fighters the same age and same weight as me. But all of a sudden, they've all disappeared.
Difficult to match Shawnee and Leslie because they're both. Shawnee was European junior champion at full contact, and because of Leslie's record being European champion in that as well, it is kind of hard. A lot of girls will sidestep them and not fight them, but they'll get the fights.
We've been trying to get other fighters from different places and nobody wants to fight. We phoned a girl from Dundee and she says she doesn't want to fight me because I'm too good, too much experience.
I would like to think that the parents wouldn't stop their children from doing it's a fabulous sport, and their children can get such a lot out of it. It's fabulous for your fitness, your health, your well-being, your mental status, discipline, respect.
You get a lot of anger out, plus you get to speak to other people, make new friends. It's good for that way as well, and you don't always have to do the fighting.
Very few people go on, even in the male game, there's very few people who take that step to go into doing the full contact fighting.
You don't have to make it a contact sport, you don't have to do the hen.
Do your belts, do your gradings, learn your techniques, build your confidence.
I think that they should try it. And if it's not for you, it's not, but you'll know yourself if it is for you when you start training and doing it.
You don't have to be a full contact fighter.
That you could just come along, hit the bags, you don't have to be hit by someone else. It's good, it's fun.
I would advise them to try the ring because it gives you a feeling that the matted competitions and the points competitions just don't give you. There's to know that someone is trying to get you.
I know they've still got a lot to offer, and they're learning, they come out and they listen when they come out as well, so next time they'll be sharper and fitter as well.
It's never about the actual fight, it's not about hurting someone, it doesn't come down, that doesn't enter my head at all. It's just about improving the technique. It was a challenge to see if all the training that you did paid off in the ring. You know, when it came to the crunch, could you put what you've learnt into action?
Really, for me, it's just all about the kickboxing. I don't try and prove anything to anybody.
It's all about kickboxing and keeping fit and looking good.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh.